Well, I think that the theme here that Julie made very clear is that the soul cannot shield us from pain or melancholy. And really, it's not supposed to. Rather, it's supposed to help us rise to the higher dimensions of our being, to move through and heal that. And my experience dealt a lot with that. We were on the second day of Academy Week to do an exercise where we would go out and make first contact with our soul experientially. And the first night of Academy Week, it's very charged here, as we're well aware. So I didn't get as much sleep as I normally did. So by the time we were set to embark on this exercise, it dawned on me that I was exhausted. And I was actually nodding out, listening to Blake lecturing, and trying to look engaged, when really I was just adrift. And I think one of my fellow students even saw me drop my pen. And it was at that moment I realized I didn't mean to do that. So as soon as we had the time to leave, it was a good, I think, hour or two, I had to go to bed. And I thought, I'll do this exercise when I wake up. I set a 20-minute timer, and when I woke up, it was 30 minutes. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And to make matters worse, I woke up with this anchor of melancholy. I felt a profound aloneness, and definitely not the higher octave of being alone, solitude, but loneliness. And I thought, I have to find my soul like this in 40 minutes? So I set out to one of my favorite trails by Victory Dam, and I found, really I was led to this nice little grotto and some bushes. And I sat down and I just prayed, and I said, I can't do this in the state that I'm in. And I asked Christ, help me rise to you to meet my soul. And from there, I used a meditative technique that's been very helpful for me. And while I was in this meditative state, I was given a vision of my soul as a luminous mountain that encompassed me. And my personality was a crystal cave within that mountain. And from that vision, this poem came. The soul is the luminous mountain, the high heights upon which our awareness can stand. Encompassed by this gargantuan presence, like a cave, sits the personality, with jewel-encrusted walls, glimmering delights. The soul, then, must use discernment to recognize itself as being both within and encompassing the crystal cave of personality, and then examine the jewels within to find those that simply flicker for a moment, and which ones reflect the light of everlasting joy, and then offer them all to God, for the burden of owning them is too great and outweighs the levity of surrender.